Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Behemoth Fish Chaser. And today I'm going to be doing a little tutorial video on like a beginner's kind of video on how to catch like bluegill and crappie, the pole I use, the setup I use. I haven't been able to go out fishing for well, I've been fishing, but it just hasn't been working out for me. I've been getting skunked a lot, and then we've had rain for the last 3 days. Today is going to be nice, but guess what? Another 3 days of thunderstorms and rain. Like, it just never stops. So I'm just trying to do a quick short video on how to do, so just get some kind of video out on how to like catch bluegill. If you're like a complete beginner, you just never picked up a rod and reel before, anything like that, I'll show you the setup. What I use, it's my favorite setup. Doesn't mean it's the only setup or the right setup. It's just what I like to use, and I'll go through why I like to use it when I get out on the water. So I'm gonna keep this short. I don't have very long, so I'm gonna get out there and at least catch some fish, something at least. So all right, I'll see you out there. All right, I'm trying something different today. I'm using 8, and I'm using the longer shafted ones, hopefully that I can not gut hook anything that I catch. So I'm hoping that's gonna work. All right, let me show you what I'm using here. I'm using a this is a light fast action, 6'6" rod. I'm using a number 8 hook. You always want to use a smaller hook if you're catching smaller fish. If they're taking the bait off your hook a lot that you're noticing, your chances are you're using too big of a hook. Then I put a weight right there. The reason why I do that is because I use a slip bobber, and sometimes when you're using like wax worms or something, it doesn't weigh enough to get it sitting upright in the water like that. Sometimes it's tilted, and you don't want it to tilt. You want it to sit straight up, so that weight helps gets it straight up. And then I use one of them. I'm not sure what they're called, but I put that, and what it does, it stops it like that, and it doesn't allow the bobber to keep going up. And you can adjust it, like you can move it up and down to adjust to the height and everything that you want. So that's what I do there. I just adjust it, and I mean, that's pretty much the setup. That's what I like to use. A little slip bobber makes it easy. It's very easy to do. You can adjust it at any time, adjust the height of it, what have you. Usually I like to start off with like about 2 foot and then kind of work my way down from there, and just see. So I'm going to see how this goes. What I like to use, which are very cheap, are wax worms, just in case if you don't like to use the earthworms. They don't bite, they don't do anything, they just crawl. Let's see if we can catch something. And then usually you just want to sit there and wait for the bobber. It's getting hit now. It was getting hit just like that, and it took it. So like I said, I don't know how well these are going to work, but it took it just like that, like right off of it. Usually if you don't get a bite within like a few seconds, move, because bluegill are very aggressive. So they hit pretty quickly. See, I pop it up, and when you take them off the hook, you want to be very careful, because they can spine you. See those things? They can be really nasty. Yeah, see all those? So the trick would be the smaller ones. You can use like two, or like what I like to do is just lay it right there on my hand, and then I'll just squeeze. And then you give them a good squeeze. If you don't, especially the smaller ones, will come right off. But you see how small those mouths are? Right there. It's the reason why you need small hooks. That's a little bigger one. See how those, that's the fence mode right there. So the way I like to deal with it is I'll just lay it flat on my hand and squeeze it down. And see how that hooked him right there on the top of the nose, just where you want. That's why you pop it up when you, it's pretty. Wow, just like that. Another one. It's not in the water very long. Look at that. Just hit the water. I mean, they're cookie cutter, but it's still, you know what I mean? And see, I'm going to move over there by those trees. I guarantee I can catch some crappie over there. Ooh. Good old fight. And like I said, they are small. But it's still, they put up a heck of a fight. And I like this one. Look at that. Nice pretty purple. That's pretty right there. So I'm just showing you how easy it is. I mean, every single pond has bluegill. I don't care what pond it is. They all have bluegill, because that is like, you know, bass. Look at it. I didn't even know he was biting. No, that's like bass and catfish. They absolutely love bluegill. I figured out how committed they were, so that's why I'm starting to catch them. They started taking it at first, but I figured out how committed, you know, they're taking it pretty quickly. So I need to set the hook immediately. I knew it. I knew if I switched over here by these trees, I'd catch some crappie. Look at that. That's a crappie. I mean, it's not very big. Same ordeal. Let go. Might be a bigger one. It's putting up a fight. Yeah. That's better. Well. Ooh, is that a bass? No, he's just monster. Dang, the biggest one I've caught out of here. You know, not too bad. All right, let me get him back in. Hey, just like that. I think y'all get the point now. All right, that's going to conclude my day here today. Those are the simple, basic, a simple, basic way to catch bluegill slash crappie. It's a very simple rig to use. I did like those size 8 hooks with the longer shaft on it, because I caught maybe 20-25 bluegill and only gut hooked one time, which is very good. So I like those, so I'm probably going to continue to use those. And you know, it's a very effective way to get yourself or your kids or somebody into fishing. Very easy. Use a light to ultra light rod and small hooks. Get yourself a slip bobber and some little tiny weights to help keep the bobber up, and you know, you do just fine. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you could, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys on another episode. Later. They absolutely love bluegill. Like,